I want to shift into the conversation you've been having. You've been having some sick conversations as of recently, like massive ones. You flew to Madrid.
Yes.
Right? And this guy, instead of being on mainstream media, he's tearing up social media.
Yeah.
He was the #1 most searched name on Google, more than Donald Trump, if you can believe that. And he got canceled, he got shut down. You guys had a 5-hour conversation with Andrew Tate.
Tate, yeah.
Right? And so his thing is, people misunderstand me because of the short clips.
Of course.
30 seconds here, 60 seconds here, You spent some time with him.
8 hours, this. We're doing this for an hour. Imagine this for 8 hours.
This is the point right now where we take off our shirts. Let's go, baby. So, how'd you process that conversation? What was your biggest takeaway from Tate?
Let me just address his meteoric rise to fame.
Crazy.
And then I'll kind of explain. So just to kind of back up, in March of 2022, so I've always done money content. Pat told me at the turn of the year, 2021-22, Adam, you got to reinvent yourself. You got to do something different. You're born and raised in South Beach. You've been in the nightlife business. You've got a bar in South Beach. You have networked with all sorts of celebrities. You were in the Kardashian wedding with Chris Humphries. Like, you know that world. Why don't you start talking more about dating, relationships, masculinity, femininity, all these types of conversations. He had asked me to do that the year prior. I'm like, no, man, Pat, I'm sticking to the money, bro. Finally, I'm like, all right, Pat, right as always. So I go from Sauce Talks Money to Saucecast, which is more of just, it's me kind of talking what I'm talking about rather than just money.
You're good blend. You're so good at it.
Yeah, it's where finance meets romance, kind of intersect, kind of like what I talked about, things that matter, things you control, kind of finding that middle ground. So in March of 2022, I tell Pat, hey, bro, so there's this guy called Andrew Tate. I think I'm going to have him on my show. I'm going to try to get him on my show. He goes, great. I think you should do that. I think that'll be good luck for you. So, right on, Pat. Let me go try to do that. Just to give you some context, that's in March of 2022. Pat's encouraging me to have Tate on my show. Meaning, no, I'm not going to have him on my show, Pat. Have him on your show, Adam. Done. 6 months later, we are flying to Madrid to go interview Tate for Pat's show. Pat has not left the studio for an interview in 2 years. Everything's in the studio. Right. So just to put some context, how you can go from relatively famous to the literally most Googled man on the planet in 6 months, that's what Tate did. He went from he should be on your show, to now we're flying to Madrid to have him on my show, Pat. And that's where, because Tate's message is a very powerful one, a very needed one. Mm-hmm. He's also no idiot, bro. Yeah, the guy's a good talker.
He's read up.
You can walk the walk, but can you talk the talk? Yeah. That guy can talk the talk. He's a badass dude. Yeah. He's informed. He's maybe misunderstood, but everything that he has done, he has earned. It's like you. Yeah. You didn't just become a faith-made millionaire this year. You did 20 years in the Marines. You've been in insurance business for 20 years. You've had ups and downs like crazy. Married, divorced, kids, this, that, blah, 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 blah. You went through all that shit to be who you are today. So that's what people don't understand about Tate. It wasn't 6 months of social media that made him blow up. It was, his father was a chess player. Yeah. He had that mentality. He had his brother that they're training. He was a kickboxer, champion, right? Started businesses, and that culminated with what you know today. Yeah. But like the whole iceberg thing. Sure. People only see the tip of the iceberg, success, but they don't see the late nights, perseverance, hard work, rejection, all that shit. So that tale is true with Tate. Yeah. And he's a badass dude that's earned everything he's got. Yep. The good and the bad, right?